Hi friends, in front of you this is Manupriya 10th standard from TSWREIS Mananud School. Okay, before going to discuss our topic, I am going to tell you a small story. Once upon a time, there lived a small fisherman named Rangaya. He was very poor and he had 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 son. So, he was fisherman, right? So his income was previous years, his income was very good. But now it was decreasing day by day. So he wanted to know what is the reason behind it. So one whole day he spent at the seashore and observed what is going on. And that day he noticed that something was floating on the surface of the water, and that something releasing from the ships. So friends, here Rangaya gives clues to us that was floating on the surface of the water and it is releasing from the ship. Can you guess what is that? Yeah, it's nothing but the oil. Today my topic is also oil spill effects on ocean wildlife. So, okay, and then first of all, let me discuss what is an oil spill. An oil spill is released from liquid petroleum hydrocarbon into the environment. An oil spill is nothing but it released from the liquid petroleum hydrocarbon into the environment. And do you know that these oil also in different parts? They are light oils and heavy oils. Let me discuss first of the light oils. These light oils, example for these light oils are gasolines and diesel fuels. And these light oils are very volatile, means they evaporate relatively quickly. They evaporate very quickly. And then these light oils evaporates very quickly, but these are also big hazards. For example, these are stick to the animals, and when the animals, marine life animals, swallow these oil particles, they get diseases. They get many diseases, and in extreme cases they kill animals also. And then there are also heavy oils. Let me discuss about the heavy oils. These examples for these heavy oils are bunker oils. These oils look like a black in color, and these are very sticky to the animals, marine life animals. These are very sticky, and some birds, when this oil stick to their feathers, they are not able to fly. How can they fly? Just imagine. So these heavy oils and light oils very dangerous. And let me discuss about what are the causes of these oil spill. An oil spills into rivers, bays, oceans, mostly often are caused by refineries, drilling rigs, accidents, etc. And these are also caused by human careless and mistakes of the humans. And these are the causes of the oil spill and some of the biggest oil spill accidents in history. They are the Persian Gulf War in the year of 1991. It is not an accident, but it pours 380 million gallons of oil into the ocean. It pours 380 millions of gallons of oil in the ocean. So it takes so much of time to clean up the ocean, and many of the aquatic ecosystem, marine ecosystem were destroyed there. Just imagine, 380 gallons of oil was poured in the ocean. How can it clean up? And the second one is this BP's deep water origin. This oil spill is very biggest oil spill that occurred in the Gulf of Mexico, and it is due to accidental. This occurred in 2010, and this poured 134 million gallons of oil. 134 millions of oil was poured in the ocean. So it will take so much of time to clean up the ocean. This is the biggest. These are the examples for biggest oil spills in the history. And then these are the causes, and let me discuss how oil harms ocean wildlife. Generally, these oil harms marine life in two ways. One is from the oil itself and the second one is from the cleanup operations. By this, they can harm aquatic animals, and there also had direct effects and also indirect effects. Oil spill affects animals directly and also indirectly. And let me first discuss about the direct effects of oil spill on ocean wildlife. There are mainly three types. One is ingestion, and the second one is absorption, and the third one is inhalation. Let me first discuss about the first one, ingestion. Ingestion. When animals swallow oil particles directly, these may cause ulcers, bleedings, diarrhea and digestive complications, etc. These digestive complications also impair the health of the animals to digest and absorb food, and this leads to reduced health and also fitness of the aquatic animals. And this ingestion takes place in multiple levels of food chain, such as herbivorous wildlife, such as sea turtles. These sea turtles are consuming vegetation which are coated with oil particles. And the second one is carnivorous wildlife. These carnivorous wildlife, these are also such as shorebirds. These shorebirds are consuming organisms which are exposed to oil. By that, these are in ingestion, they are taking oil coated animals and they are taking oil coated vegetation and also exposed to the animals. They are taking these and they are getting digestive problems. Here, the digestive system of the animals were destroying. And let me go to the second one, absorption. When animals come direct contact with oil, this absorption takes place, and this absorption causes damage of liver, kidneys, and this also causes anemia and suppress the immune system of the animals, and these are also cause induced reproductive system. Here, in absorption, in extreme cases, they may kill an animal also. So, for example, turtles, fishes, embryos are growing very slowly when compared to the normal. And the third one is inhalation. This inhalation takes place when the animals breathe volatile organics released from the oil, is called inhalation. This inhalation causes inflammation of respiratory system and pneumonia and emphysema. These diseases are caused when the animals breathe these volatile organics. For example, when the whales and dolphins, sea turtles come to the water surface to breathe these fumes, they are trapped in risk and they are caused diseases, and they may fall in, they are also death. It causes death. So, these are the direct effects by the oil spill, and there are also indirect effects. Let me go to the indirect effects. These indirect effects on ocean wildlife is also three types. For example, first one, relocation of home ranges as animals search for new sources of food. And the second one, increases the amount of time animals may spend foraging. And the third one is destruction to life cycles. These are the three types which are affecting oil spill by indirect effects. Let me discuss about the first one, relocation of home ranges. Here, I already told you that all the vegetation in the water was coated with oil particles. And here, so the competition between the species are increased for searching of new sources of food. For searching food, they are increased their foraging time, and they need to relocate their home ranges to search for new sources of food. So, here the competition between the species are increased. And the second one is spending foraging time is nothing but here the competition between the species are increased. So, they should make longer trips to find sources of food. They need to make longer trips, and also they are taking food from unfamiliar areas. They are searching food in unfamiliar areas, and also they are taking less preferred food. They are taking unfamiliar food, less preferred food. By that, they are causing many diseases. Their health was totally destroyed when they are taking these unhealthy food, and this leads to kill the animal. So, this is, and the third one is destruction of natural life cycle. Means nothing but the eggs, the larvals, the juveniles and the embryos all are destroyed in this process. Here the reproductive system of the animals was decreased. I already told you that the fishes and sea turtle embryos are growing very slowly when compared to the normal. Just imagine, reproductive system is very important to each and every organism in our world, right? But now, these animals, these marine aquatic animals, reproductive system was destroying here. What happened? Just imagine, what is the situation of these animals? If reproductive system is not there in these animals, what is the situation? As soon as possible, we are going to listen these names, these marine life animal names in the list of endangered species, right? So, these are the indirect effects. We are discussed about direct effects and also indirect effects. Let me discuss about wildlife that affected by oil spills. For example, this oil destroys the insulation ability of animals, and bird species destroy the water repellency of the bird's feather. Means they are losing their feathers. I already told you, these heavy oils slick up to the feathers of the birds, so that these stick to that oils are very sticky. So it stick up to the skin of the feathers of the birds. So these birds are not able to fly, and these feathers of the birds was very not able to fly, and these feathers, they are losing their feathers which stay them warm, so that they are dying for hypothermia. They are dying, they are getting diseases like hypothermia, and they are dying. And there are also fishes and turtles and sea otters and dolphins, whales, all the animals in the aquatic was destroying. They fallen sick and they are destroying their life. So, these are the wildlife that affects oil spill, and it affects not only birds or animals or marine life, it also affecting plants. It also affecting plant life by photosynthesis. So, first, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is nothing but in the presence of sunlight, the plants prepare their own food with the use of carbon dioxide and water. With the use of these, the plants prepare their own food. But when the oil is floating on the surface of the water, they blocks the sunlight. With the use of, in the presence of sunlight, these plants prepare their food, right? But here, this oil which is floating on the water surface, it blocks the sunlight. It's not allow the sunlight to go into the water. So, without the sunlight, how can plant prepare its photosynthesis? How can the process of photosynthesis run here? How can it prepare food? We very well know that plants provide oxygen. But here, without preparing a food, without the sunlight, how can it prepare food and how can it provide oxygen to us? And water contamination means here all the water in the ocean was polluted. Sunlight was blocked and water was polluted. How can plant grow? Just imagine food chain. Here the effect was on producers, primary producers. These primary producers was affecting. So When these primary producers are affecting, then all the animals, it's not providing oxygen to us. So all the animals are dying. Oxygen is very essential to each and every organism in our world. Just do an activity. If take your thumb finger and index finger, let's close your nose for 2 minutes. How can you feel? It's not able to breathe, right? Without breath, how can we live? So, oxygen is very essential to each and every organism in the world. So, there is no oxygen in the marine for the marine animals in under the water. How can they live? And it also affects us by that. And it also affects human also. Persons who are cleaning oil are getting skin irritations and eye irritations, etc. And they are also causing liver damage, lungs damage, etc. And here, with the use of water, sea water or ocean water, we are going to prepare salt. But now, where all the water was polluted with the oil, we are going to prepare salt. But now, when we prepare salt from that water, indirectly we are also consuming oil, polluted salt. By that we get diseases. And also, we like fishes, right? These fishes are also in water. When we consume these fishes, we know fishes live in the water, right? Already they may spilled with oil in the water. What's our situation? We are indirectly consuming oil. So this impact on our life, and it also affects land. It's caused soil erosion, and 50 to 85% of oxygen was released from ocean. But there is no photosynthesis process, and the plants are not able to give oxygen to us. How can we live? How can human live? Here the environment was totally destroyed, and this also affects mangrove ecosystem. And here the food chain, the primary producers are destroying, means automatically the secondary, tertiary, all the food chain was destroying here. So we need to control oil spill. For that, here we are discussed about oil, what is oil spill, causes of oil spill, and we are also discussed about direct and indirect effects of oil spill, and what are the wildlife that affected by oil spill. So let me discuss how to overcome this problem, how to control oil spill. Mainly there are 10 types, 9 methods to control oil spill. For example, using oil booms, using skimmers, using sorbents, using burning in situ, and using dispersants, and hot water and high pressure washing, and using manual labor, and bioremediation, and natural recovery. Let me discuss about the first one, using oil booms. Using oil booms is very simple and popular method to control oil spill. And these booms acts like a fence to prevent oil from floating away. And this was floating on the water surface. See the picture. They are floating on the water surface, right? They are float on the water surface, and they contain oil, and they have 3 parts. For example, a freeboard is right on the water surface and containing oil and preventing the oil to escape. And the second part is cut. This part is below the surface of the water, and it's prevent the oil to squeezed. and the third part is cable or chain to strengthen and stabilize the method. This method is Boomer's method. This Boomer's method is effective when oil is only in one spot. And the second method, using skimmers. This using skimmers is nothing but once oil has been confined by using booms, these skimmers are deployed onto boats to remove the polluted contaminants from the water surface. And these skimmers are specially designed machines to suck up the oil like a vacuum cleaner. We very well know about the vacuum cleaner, right? Like that, these skimmers suck up the oil, and these skimmers physically separate the oil and water. This is about the skimmers. And let me discuss about the third one, sorbents. These sorbents are materials which soak up in the liquids by either absorption, means through in pores, or adsorption, means forming layers on the surface. These properties make the process much easier, and it's make easier to control oil spill. And then materials commonly used as sorbents are hay, peat moss, and straw and vermiculite. These are the materials commonly we are going to use sorbents. And then these sorbents, after using these sorbents as a controlling method, they become heavier, 3 to 15 times of their weight. 3 to 15 times of their weight, they become heavier, and as a result, they may sink in the water. And they pose risk to the marine animals, and also they may cause effects to the environment. Okay, let me discuss about the next method, burning in situ. This burning in situ is nothing but we are going to burn the oil floating on the surface, ignited to burn it off. We are going to burn the oil there. And in this method, it can effectively remove 98% of oil. It can remove 98% of oil. But the only disadvantage is it gives the toxin fumes. It releases the toxins into the environment as well as water, so that these marine animals and also this water was affecting, environment was affecting, the ecosystem was damaging. So, and the next one is hot water and high pressure washing. This hot water and high pressure washing, water heaters. Here we are going to heat up water 107 degrees Celsius. We can heat up the water up to 107 degrees Celsius, and then with the use of high pressure, we are going to use this method. With the use of high pressure, we can clean up this oil, and then after using this method, we can use skimmers or sorbents or boomers to clean up once. And the next method is using manual labor. In this method, we use handheld tools, and also we are going to use humans to clean up the oil spill. But here, when the humans clean this oil spill, they get side effects from these. They are getting skin irritations, eye irritation, skin cancers, etc. And the next method is bioremediation. This bioremediation is a very simple process and also a biological process. This bioremediation process is biological process, and then here we are going to use microbes. With the use of microbes, we are going to control oil spill. So here we are going to use bacteria like Pseudomonas putida. This is also known as superbug. This Pseudomonas putida is called as superbug because of this bacteria is very effective, very active in this process. And then Dichloromonas aromatica, Deinococcus radiodurans and Methyllibium petroliphyllum, Alcanivorex barkamensis, etc. These are the microbes that we are going to use. And then in this bioremediation process, these microbes split the oil into many pieces, means hydrogen and carbon dioxide. They can split the oil spill, a drop of oil into hydrogen and also carbon dioxide. By that, no one organism is going to split like this, but these microbes split this oil like this. So it's very special to us. And then this bioremediation process is there is no side effects of this, but this procedure is time taking procedure. Sometimes they can take so much of time, like years also. Sometimes they may get years also. So for quicker controlling method, we have to use boomers, skimmers, etc. And then let me go to the second method, natural recovery. This is the last method. In this natural recovery, we can include sunlight, wind, weathers, tides and also microbes. With the use of these, we are going to control oil spill. It's very good process, right? With the use of natural, we are going to clean oil spill. But this method is very effective, very cost method. So these are the 9 methods that we are going to control oil spill. See once again, 9 methods of controlling oil spill. And at last, we discussed about what is oil spill. We learnt about what is oil spill, causes of oil spill and direct and indirect effects of oil spill and how to overcome this process, how to control oil spill. We learnt about all these, right? And at last, my conclusion is that prevention of oil spill depends on each and every human, and it also depends on governments and also industries. So we have to prevent oil spill. So as a sparrows, as a human beings, we have to control these oil spills. I already told you 50 to 85% of oxygen was coming from the ocean, was providing from the ocean. So without oxygen, how can we live? So we have to prevent oil spill. Okay, and then many animals, marine animals was affecting here. All the marine ecosystem was destroyed. What is the situation? Okay, so we have to prevent oil spill. And at last, my conclusion is this, to prevent oil spill. And then I thankful to our dynamic hero, Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar sir, who gave me this chance, this golden opportunity. And then I thankful to TSAT Nipuna, this TSAT channel, and I thankful to my parents, and I thankful to my principal Lalita Kumari madam, and I thankful to my mentor Aparanji madam, and I thankful to those who gave me this golden opportunity. Thank you a lot.